Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Yul Adinda Sari from PBIB 2019. In this video, I would like to discuss about time analysis and English teaching. To understand this topic, I will discuss about English teaching concept. English teaching concept. To understand the definition of teaching English, we must first know what is meant by teaching. There are two ways that can be used to determine the definition of teaching. One, virtual way, giving knowledge to or instruction or someone on how to do something. Two, the way ritual defines teaching. A teacher in teaching will do three main stages, namely pre-teaching or planning, 2. While teaching or implementing. 3. Post-teaching or evaluating. 1. What is pre-teaching? Pre-teaching is an introductory learning activity that is directed at preparing students to take lesson and also as a teacher effort to convey specifically and briefly an overview of what will be studied and the activities that will be pursued during the learning process. Because pre-teaching is also related to the planning carried out by the teacher before teaching, all forms of planning such as preparing teaching materials and preparing teaching methods are also included in pre-teaching activities. 2. What is while teaching? This stage is the stage that a teacher does when teaching, which refers to the things the teacher does when providing knowledge to a group of students. Teaching occurs in the form of delivering material with various learning strategies. In this activity, the teacher implements the learning design in accordance with the plans that have been made previously. In teaching, the main goal of the teacher is to impart knowledge or skill to students through instruction by referring to items in the lesson plans such as time allocation, teaching activities or teaching methodology, lesson present in the lesson and ending the lesson. Complementary materials or textbook, handouts, and additional classwork. These items are worked in what Smith 2016 called the teacher method, consisting of teacher-centered activity methods and student-centered methods. When a teacher applies one method, the implementation indicates the teaching method. Talking about teaching methods, then what is a teaching method? Method can be interpreted as a way of doing an activity or a way of doing work using fact and concept systematically. In teaching and learning activities, the method is a method that contains standard procedures for carrying out educational activities, especially activities for presenting subject matter to students. So teaching methods are procedures, sequence, steps, and methods used by teacher in achieve objective. 3. What is post-teaching? Post-teaching refers to the things the teacher does after carrying out the process of delivering knowledge to a group of students or evaluating teaching. In essence, evaluating is an activity to measure changes in behavior that have occurred to be used as a benchmark for planning and developing future learning. Evaluating should not only be done by holding daily tests or general tests. However, it should be done every time the learning process is finished with the aim of knowing the change and progress of students in each basic competency by covering three aspects, namely cognitive, affective, psychomotor aspect. If the notion of teaching is then plugged into the area of teaching English, then teaching English can be defined as the process of providing skill and knowledge of English to a group of students whose first language is not English through the implementation of three main stages, namely pre-teaching or planning, while teaching or providing instruction, and post-teaching or measuring learning outcomes. One of the important goals of learning English in elementary school is to foster children's interest in learning English. To be able to achieve this goal, we need to understand the characteristics of children so that they can use the right learning methods and materials for them. Relationship between discourse analysis and English language. To understand this subtopic, we need to learn two things. 1. Trends in ELT or theoretical perspective. 2. Trends in ELT in Indonesia or factual perspective. Trends in ELT or theoretical perspective. By mid-Ip MA 2010 of the English teacher tend to teach their students English separately from its use. As a result, knowledge of contents is lagging, and when it's time to practice what they have learned in class in real life interaction, students have difficulty using socially appropriate language and find it difficult to recognize the function of the language. I think that's all from me. Thanks for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.